When Apple first announced the AirPods, I, like many other people out there, was sceptical. I'll lose them, I thought, they're overpriced, and I bet they don't sound much better than the original EarPods. People thought the same too, saying things like I've lost the AirPods before even owning them, or comparing them to toothbrushes and dental floss cases. But I was wrong, and you could have been wrong too. In fact, we might have all been wrong about Apple's best first generation product in years, the AirPods. But are they still worth getting in 2018? The design of the AirPods is quintessentially Apple. Minimal, white, and well, expensive. There's effectively two parts to the AirPods, the buds and the case. If you can push past that dental floss looks of that case, it's the more interesting part of the design here. The small, almost pebble-like container not only houses the AirPods, but it also charges them. Pop the lid next to an iOS device and with one tap you're connected and ready to roll. And then when you're done listening, placing them back in the case disconnects them and starts charging them. There's a real value in that convenience. Not having to go through any Bluetooth pairing between devices is a surreal joy that the AirPods deliver so well. The buds are smart too, with a wealth of built-in features thanks to a combination of proximity sensors and accelerometers. Double tapping either one will perform different actions depending on how you have them set up. However, they will default to Siri if you don't specify. My favourite of all these though is when you remove one AirPod it will pause, and when you place it back in the music will start back up with a nice short ramp in volume back to where you were. It all adds neatly to the wireless experience, and I feel like the AirPods are the closest Apple have been to that old saying of,
they just work.
The fit of the AirPods is basically the same as the Apple standard EarPods, so if they fit you well then you needn't hesitate. However, if your ear shape doesn't play well with the EarPods, then the AirPods may well be worth avoiding. It's obvious to say, but having one of these fall out at any time would be a total nightmare. For me, they fit really snugly in my ears and I haven't had any inclination that they're going to fall out. Sound, like any headphones, is super important, and the AirPods sound is genuinely pretty good. They're surprisingly bassy and their highs have a nice dynamic width to them. I would say the mid-range is where they lack focus though, with driven guitars sometimes sounding a little muddy and undefined. However, these are a solid upgrade over the standard wired earpods you get with an iPhone, and for the vast majority of us out there, you'll be more than satisfied with them. For those that really value audio quality over anything else, you should probably look elsewhere. The AirPods aren't made for a true hi-fi listening experience. Battery life on the AirPods is really solid. You'll get around 5 hours of listening time from a single charge, and fully juiced up, the case should recharge the buds about 5 times before it conks out. The best part about all of this though, is if the buds are running low, it only takes a paltry 15 minutes of charging in the case to deal out an extra 3 hours of battery life. That's pretty epic. If you're commuting to work every day, I can't see you needing to charge the AirPod case more than once a week. No product is perfect though, and of course the AirPods have their downsides. In software terms, I wish you could control the volume on the buds. There's options for skipping tracks and activating Siri, so it's a shame that's been missed out. Then there's the price. Do the AirPods sound like £160 headphones? Well, put simply, no. You could pick up some stunning wired earbuds for this money, not to mention there's a massive variety of truly wireless buds out there too. I wish Apple would expand the colours too. White is fine and has that trademark Apple look to it, but I bet people would happily pay for a matte black version. Even if they went the route of matching it to iPhone colours, it would certainly be a more appealing purchase. The last thing to consider too is Apple's fabled and still missing in action wireless charger AirPower. The AirPods will work with this, but right now you'll have to pony up for that optional wireless charging case when that's released, and no doubt it won't be cheap. Despite all of that, and despite having much better sounding headphones and earbuds, the AirPods are still always the ones I reach for. In fact, when I leave the house now, it's phone, wallet, keys, and AirPods. Are the AirPods still worth getting in 2018? Well, if you own an iPhone or iOS device, then quite simply, yes. The convenience far outweighs the shortcomings, and I'd go as far to say as the AirPods are my favourite tech purchase of this year. The sound is decent, the battery is excellent, and the overall connection is absolutely solid. But I do want to make it extremely clear, the AirPods have been designed with iOS in mind, and the best experience you'll get out of them is from using Apple hardware. If you're running on an Android device, they bear no major difference from other wireless earphones out there. They still work extremely well on those devices, but the convenience factor is all but gone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, pop a like, and I will see you in the next one.